This is Autohaus Z. We're at CM Autohaus in Fremont, California. This is a how-to video on the Airlift coolant tool. Alright, so why are we using this tool? I wish I had this tool back when I worked at the dealer because it saves so much time and saves you so much grief and headache. So this tool puts a vacuum on the cooling system, and then it'll also fill the cooling system also. So no headaches of like letting the car come up to temp, letting the fans run. And you'll see how quick and painless this is. So we'll demonstrate. So we have a 50-50 mix of coolant and water. We'll put one end of the tube here. We did radiator hoses and a thermostat on this guy. This is a 2001 Subaru Impreza 2.5 RS. A lot of Subarus, bleeding the coolant system after a coolant service can be a nightmare or a headache. If you have something more complicated like a midship, like a MR2 Spider or like a Porsche probably, where the coolant system's like really complicated, it's really easy for air bubbles to get trapped. So again, this tool's perfect for that. Alright, so I got this hooked up, one line into my coolant, the other to my air hose. I'll put this guy inside the radiator neck orientation as the hose first, and I'll show you why right now. So, and then I'll close off the switch. You want to suck up some coolant to make sure that as little air gets into the system as possible. So now that this is blocked off, I'm going to put a vacuum on the system. Alright. Oh, and then put a towel over this guy so you don't make a mess. So I'll pause for a second. If you take a look at the gauge, so it's got, almost 25 inches of vacuum on the system. You can see that radiator hose is collapsed right there. Yeah, that guy's under vacuum and collapsed. And so this also leak checks the system. If we saw this fall rapidly, we know we still have like a coolant leak somewhere in the system. So step back a little bit. So I'll put a little bit more vacuum. That should be good. And you saw that only took like less than 5 minutes. So I'll open this up, and then the system under vacuum is gonna suck the coolant from the bucket. So we'll do that right now. Open this. And so right now the coolant's being sucked up from the bucket into the system. And you want to make sure that thing stays submerged in the bucket so you don't pick up any air. And you can watch that hose re-inflate itself with coolant. Alright, go ahead, step back a little bit. So yeah, that should be good. Sometimes the pressure doesn't drop all the way to 0, but that's fine. So yeah, from here, you would just top off the rest of the radiator. Make sure to fill up the radiator overflow. And that should be it. No need to wait for the fans to come on, wait for the car to come up to temp. So yeah, that's our how-to for the Airlift coolant tool. Make sure to like and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.